I've decided what to do with my life. I want to be a cleaner.
I like these calm little moments before. Bring me everyone. I mean everyone.
A 12-year-old lied to land her breakout role. The film's most chilling villain moment, completely improvised. And this 90s action masterpiece nearly got banned in America over one controversial relationship. Welcome to the twisted production story of Léon the Professional. And trust me, the behind-the-scenes scandals are wilder than any hitman story. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button, because we dig deep into the forgotten stories behind your favorite nostalgic movies. Today, we're diving into Léon, the Professional from 1994, a film that sparked controversy, launched careers, and hid some of the strangest production secrets in cinema history. Trust me, by fact number 23, your jaw will be on the floor. Let's get into it. Fact 1. Mel Gibson almost played Léon. Before Jean Reno brought the stoic hitman to life, Luc Besson actually wanted Mel Gibson for the lead role. Gibson turned it down flat because he found the relationship between Léon and young Matilda way too uncomfortable. His agent reportedly shut down the conversation immediately after reading the script, opening the door for Jean Reno's iconic performance.
Enough. If it leaves your mouth, I pull the trigger, capisci?
Fact 2. Keanu Reeves was on the shortlist. Keanu Reeves was seriously considered for Léon before Jean Reno got the part. This was right after Speed made him an action star, so studios pushed hard for an American lead. But Besson stood firm. He wanted a European actor to maintain authenticity. Imagine Neo as a plant-loving assassin. Sometimes the casting gods get it right. Fact 3. Natalie Portman beat 2,000 girls. Natalie Portman competed against approximately 2,000 young actresses for the role of Matilda. Here's the kicker. She lied about her age to get it. Portman was only 11, but told casting directors she was 13, fearing rejection for being too young. Her raw talent and intensity blew everyone away. Pretty impressive for a 6th grader.
Hi, Matilda.
Hey, Piggy.
Fact 4. Portman's parents nearly pulled her out. After landing the role, Natalie's parents read the original script and immediately panicked. Early drafts contained far more romantic elements between Léon and Matilda than the final cut. Her parents almost withdrew her from production and threatened legal action. Besson had to sit down with them personally and agree to major rewrites.
If you don't help me, I'll die tonight. I can feel it. No, I don't want to die tonight.
Matilda, you're just a little girl, so don't take it but leave it. I don't think you could do it. I'm sorry.
Fact 5. Gary Oldman created Stansfield's pills. That disturbing pill-popping villain? Totally Gary Oldman's invention. The prescription drug addiction wasn't in Besson's original script. Oldman showed up to set with his own vitamin bottles and started swallowing pills between takes, creating unhinged energy. Besson loved it so much, he wrote it into the character permanently. Oldman's creativity elevated everything. Fact 6. The European cut is wildly different. If you've only seen the American version, you haven't really seen Léon. The European cut, called version intégrale, runs 25 minutes longer and includes scenes where Matilda explicitly propositions Léon romantically. American distributors demanded cuts before release. This created two fundamentally different films with ongoing debate about artistic vision versus responsible storytelling.
I want you to stop cursing. You can't talk to people like that all the time. I want you to make an effort to talk nice.
Okay.
And I want you to stop smoking. We'll kill you.
Okay.
Stay away from him. Looks like a weirdo.
Okay.
Fact 7. Besson based it on his real relationship. Here's where things get uncomfortable. When Luc Besson wrote this script, he was 29 and dating 15-year-old actress Maïwenn Lebesco. She actually appears in the film in a small role. They eventually married, then divorced. Knowing this context makes the entire film hit differently and explains Besson's fierce protection of controversial scenes.
Someone who's doing nothing all day but watching cartoons, move a little less and go get some food. Hey.
Fact 8. The Russian roulette scene was cut. A genuinely disturbing sequence was filmed where Matilda plays Russian roulette to prove her love to Léon. The scene was fully shot, but removed from most versions due to concerns about depicting child endangerment. Test audiences reportedly walked out during screenings. Some bootleg versions still contain this footage, and it's as uncomfortable as it sounds.
Just do me one favor.
What?
Sick of watching you sleeping on your chair. We're gonna share the bed.
I don't think it's a good idea.
It's okay.
Fact 9. Columbia Pictures demanded major edits. When Columbia Pictures acquired American distribution rights, executives watched the film and immediately demanded massive changes. They insisted on cutting or reshooting any scene possibly interpreted as romantic between the leads. This wasn't a suggestion, it was a requirement. Besson had to bring everyone back for additional photography and rework entire sequences.
Here's okay. Let it go. Say let it go. Move over.
Fact 10. Jean Reno slept in the set apartment. John Reno took method acting to another level. To understand Léon's crushing isolation, Reno actually spent nights sleeping alone in the sparsely furnished set apartment. He'd arrive after everyone left and sleep in his character's position. Cast members would find him still there in the morning, completely in character. That dedication shows in every frame.
Hey, what about the ring trick? You know that one?
Ring trick? Come on, asshole. I'm waiting. Show it to me, motherfucker.
Fact 11. The plant was a last-minute addition. That Aglaonema plant that became such a powerful symbol, Besson added it the night before shooting began. He woke up at 3 in the morning, realizing Léon needed a visual representation of his only emotional connection. The director literally went to a 24-hour flower shop in Paris. That plant became the film's heart because of one sleepless night.
You love your plant, don't you?
My best friend. Always happy. No questions. It's like me, you see. No roots.
Fact 12. Real DEA agents choreographed the raid. The climactic apartment siege wasn't just movie magic. Actual DEA tactical advisors choreographed the entire sequence. Besson wanted authentic procedures and equipment, so he hired real agents to train actors and plan the attack. Those advisors confirmed it's one of the most accurate raid depictions in 90s cinema. The movements and breach techniques were legitimately correct. Fact 13. Oldman improvised the Beethoven moment. Remember when Stansfield conducts Beethoven's Ninth Symphony while his men massacre a family? Pure Gary Oldman improvisation. That wasn't scripted. Oldman just started conducting during rehearsal, and Besson immediately grabbed a camera. The juxtaposition of classical music and brutal violence became the scene's signature moment. Oldman's spontaneous choices elevated everything to art. Fact 14. They built the building interior in Paris. Despite being set in New York City, the entire apartment building interior was constructed on a Paris soundstage. Hallways, Léon's apartment, Matilda's apartment, all fake. Besson wanted complete control over lighting and camera angles. The production design team studied New York tenements obsessively to recreate authentic textures. Most viewers assume they filmed in an actual building.
Grab the axe off the wall. Over there. Go. He shot him!
Fact 15. Blood splatter was chocolate syrup. For the disturbing family massacre scene, special effects artists mixed chocolate syrup with red dye instead of traditional stage blood. Regular stage blood looked too thin and transparent on camera, but chocolate syrup had perfect viscosity. This old-school Hollywood trick dates back to Hitchcock's era. Plus, the set probably smelled amazing between takes.
Come on, let's get cigarettes, all right? Benny, we're coming out! Benny, don't fire! Get in! Jesus fucking Christ, Benny!
You wear something new?
Fact 16. Guns were illegally imported. Several weapons used during production were real firearms illegally brought into France for filming. French customs laws are incredibly strict about weapons, and the production team bypassed normal channels. This nearly shut down the entire shoot when authorities discovered the violations. Producers paid massive fines and navigated bureaucratic nightmares. Some weapons were confiscated permanently.
Enough. If it leaves your mouth, I pull the trigger, capisci?
Fact 17. Milk product placement backfired spectacularly. A dairy company paid good money for product placement, expecting normal beverage consumption. Instead, Besson made Léon's milk obsession so excessive and bizarre that the company actually requested their logo be obscured in post-production. They worried the weird association would hurt sales. Imagine paying for advertising that makes your product look strange. They eventually embraced it after cult success.
Sleep well? Good, because after breakfast you gotta take off.
Where to?
Not my problem.
Fact 18. Portman never touched real weapons. Despite appearing to fire multiple weapons throughout the film, Natalie Portman never handled a single functional firearm. Every gun she touched was a rubber prop, with muzzle flashes and recoil added digitally in post-production. This was both a legal requirement due to her age and a safety protocol her parents insisted upon. The effects work was incredibly convincing.
No, never take it off until the last minute. It reflects light and see you coming from a mile away. And always wrist down, never bright than the floor, okay?
Fact 19. The ring trick took 47 takes. That slick moment where Léon performs a grenade pin ring trick? Jean Reno actually learned to do it for real, rather than using camera tricks. It took 47 attempts to nail the perfect take. Reno practiced obsessively between scenes, driving cast members crazy with the constant clinking sound. His dedication to practical skills gives the film authentic texture. Fact 20. Reno was nearly killed by explosion. During the massive final explosion sequence, a pyrotechnic miscalculation sent debris flying within inches of John Reno's head. If you watch closely in the final cut, you can see his genuine shock. That wasn't acting. That was a man realizing he almost died on camera. Besson kept it because the authentic terror was more powerful than anything scripted.
Stunts here, at your service. This is from Matilda.
Fact 21. Portman developed pneumonia. Those beautiful rooftop scenes nearly killed Natalie Portman. Filming them in February, the young actress developed pneumonia from extended exposure to cold weather during night shoots. Production halted for 2 full weeks while she recovered. Her parents seriously considered pulling her from the film permanently. Portman later joked that method acting almost killed her before her career started.
Relax. Everything's fine. Sleep well?
I never really sleep. Got one eye open always.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You know, I never saw someone with one eye open snore so much.
Fact 22. Stuntman broke his back. During the shootout, where SWAT teams rappelled down the building, a stuntman's harness catastrophically failed. He fell 15 feet onto concrete, fracturing multiple vertebrae. Miraculously, he avoided paralysis, but his stunt career ended that day. The production faced lawsuits and safety investigations that delayed release. Every action sequence carries real danger audiences rarely consider.
Francis shot him! Bastard!
Fact 23. Building evacuation used real tenants. Many confused residents fleeing the building during the police raid weren't extras. They were actual tenants of the filming location. Production paid them small fees to react naturally to the controlled chaos. This guerrilla filmmaking technique gave the scene authentic energy. Real people don't move like trained extras, and that rawness shows on screen beautifully. Fact 24. Sting initially refused the song license. When Luc Besson wanted to use a popular Sting song for closing credits, Sting flat out refused. He didn't want his music associated with a film involving a relationship between an adult man and young girl. Besson had to personally fly to London and screen the entire film privately. Only after watching did Sting relent, understanding the relationship was paternal. Fact 25. Composer. Worked in Léon's apartment. Composer Eric Serra took an unusual approach to scoring the film. He actually wrote portions of the soundtrack while sitting alone in Léon's set apartment, trying to channel the character's profound loneliness. Serra would arrive at night when the soundstage was empty and just sit there for hours. The melancholic themes came from genuinely experiencing that isolation.
And they had some concerns at the beginning about a few scenes in the film and about the smoking and about the guns and the cursing. And
Fact 26. Score was recorded in 5 days. Despite its emotional complexity and sweeping orchestration, Eric Serra composed and recorded the entire soundtrack in less than 1 week. Post-production time crunches meant Serra had almost no time for his usual meticulous process. He worked around the clock, sleeping maybe 2 hours per night, fueled by coffee and creative panic. Sometimes constraints force creativity.
I have to use it because I have an audition at Juilliard next month, and I have to practice.
Okay, but not after 10.
Okay.
Fact 27. It bombed in America initially. When The Professional opened in the United States, it earned only $5.3 million and was considered a commercial failure. Critics were lukewarm, and audiences stayed away due to controversy. The studio wrote it off as a loss. It only found its audience months later through VHS rentals and cable television. Initial box office doesn't determine legacy.
And you missed some nice jobs, too.
Been training.
Training's good, but don't overdo it, huh? You know, training don't pay as good as working, Léon.
Tony.
Fact 28. France saw it 8 months earlier. The European release happened in February 1994, but American audiences didn't see it until November, 8 months later. This massive gap was due to re-editing and reshoots demanded by Columbia Pictures. During those months, critics on different continents were literally reviewing completely different films. The French version received immediate acclaim, while Americans debated its appropriateness.
You know, when you told me to get this baby out for you, I thought my hearing's going. I said to myself, Léon's a pro. Nobody uses that except beginners.
I like to sting chip.
Sure.
Fact 29. Critics called it borderline pedophilic. Janet Maslin of the New York Times and numerous prominent critics condemned the film's undertones harshly. Many reviews used words like inappropriate and disturbing when describing the Léon-Matilda dynamic. These brutal assessments contributed directly to its poor initial United States performance. The controversy overshadowed discussions of craftsmanship and performances. Besson's reputation took a serious hit.
Do you like it?
Yes,
So say it.
I like it.
Fact 30. Asian markets saved the film. When Léon bombed in America, unexpected massive success in Japan, South Korea, and Hong Kong turned it profitable. Asian audiences embraced the film's operatic violence and emotional depth without the same moral panic that gripped Western critics. Japan especially went crazy for it. This international success saved Besson's career and launched the film toward eventual cult status. Fact 31. Léon glasses became a fashion statement. John Reno's small round spectacles sparked an unexpected fashion trend. Eyewear company Oliver Peoples reported a 300% sales increase in similar frame styles during 1995 and 1996. Suddenly, everyone wanted those glasses, despite the character being a socially awkward hitman. The company even created an official frame years later, capitalizing on cult status.
Why did you hide a cigarette?
This building's full of rats. I didn't want my old man to find out. Got enough problems.
Fact 32. It created Portman's no nudity clause. The experience of being sexualized at age 13 profoundly impacted Natalie Portman's entire career. She began including strict contractual nudity prohibitions in all subsequent film contracts until adulthood. Portman has spoken publicly about receiving inappropriate fan mail after Léon's release. The trauma shaped her fierce advocacy for child actors' protection in Hollywood and helped change industry standards.
What's your name?
Matilda.
Sorry about your father.
Somebody didn't do it one day or another. I would probably have done it myself.
Your mother, she...
She's not my mother. My sister. She wanted to lose some weight anyway.
Fact 33. 4 different cuts exist. Between theatrical, extended, international, and Japanese versions, there are 4 substantially different cuts of this film. Each contains unique scenes and alternate moments that completely change tone and interpretation. It's nearly impossible to see the complete film because no single version contains everything ever shot. Collectors hunt for different editions obsessively.
Now, it's clean.
Let's get out of here.
Fact 34. Besson desperately wanted a sequel. For over a decade, Luc Besson tried developing a sequel called Matilda, following her as an adult assassin. He wrote multiple script drafts and approached Natalie Portman repeatedly with increasingly lucrative offers. Portman refused every single time, finding the material still too uncomfortable.
It's a goodbye gift. Go clean. But not with me. I work alone. Understand? Alone.
Bonnie and Clyde didn't work alone. Thelma and Louise didn't work alone. And they were the best.
Fact 35. It inspired John Wick's world. The John Wick franchise's elaborate underground assassin society was directly influenced by brief glimpses of Léon's hidden professional network. Director Chad Stahelski has cited the film multiple times as inspiration. Those small moments suggested a massive infrastructure. John Wick expanded those concepts into full mythology. A few scenes in one film inspired an entire franchise decades later.
Mustache.
Fact 36. Reno method acted illiteracy. John Reno took his character's illiteracy incredibly seriously. For weeks during production, he genuinely avoided reading anything on set to authentically portray Léon's struggle with written words. Call sheets, scripts, even menus, Reno refused to read them. This extreme method approach frustrated crew members, but created authentic discomfort in scenes involving text.
You stay there for 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Let me put the mask back on. I breathe better with it.
Okay, you're right. Sit tight.
Fact 37. Oldman and Reno never met until finale. To preserve genuine tension, Luc Besson kept his lead actor and villain completely separated throughout production. Gary Oldman and John Reno never interacted off camera until filming the final apartment confrontation. Their first actual meeting happened while cameras rolled. That fresh, authentic energy between them is real. They're genuinely sizing each other up for the first time.
Eddie, bring me everyone.
What do you mean, everyone?
Everyone!
Fact 38. Danny Aiello improvised the code. The moral code defining Léon's character, no women, no kids, was completely ad-libbed by Danny Aiello during the restaurant scene. That fundamental rule wasn't in Besson's original script. Aiello felt the character needed clear ethical boundaries to be sympathetic. Besson loved it so much, he made it central to the entire plot and Léon's protective relationship with Matilda.
If anything happens to me, I'd like you to give her my money.
You can count on me, Léon.
Thank you, Tony.
Fact 39. Portman's Marilyn moment was her idea. The controversial scene where Matilda dresses as Marilyn Monroe wasn't scripted. It was Natalie Portman's idea. She'd seen photos in her mother's old magazines and suggested the costume herself. This makes the scene even more unsettling knowing a child initiated that moment. Besson incorporated it immediately, despite concerns. It's a complex example of young performers not fully understanding implications. Fact 40. There's a lost pig scene. An entirely filmed sequence showed Léon rescuing Matilda's pet pig from animal control, explaining why she becomes so devoted to him early on. This scene provided crucial bonding context, but was cut for pacing during editing. The footage has never been officially released, though script pages circulate among collectors. It's one of cinema's intriguing lost moments, fully shot but never seen.
Sir, it's not my dough. It's not
A little left, please.
Before...
And there you have it. 40 absolutely insane facts about Léon. The professional that proved this film was just as chaotic behind the camera as it was on screen. From illegal weapons to nearly killing John Reno, from Natalie Portman's lie to Gary Oldman's genius, this production was absolutely wild. Which fact shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. And if you made it this far, you're clearly a true cinema fan. So do me a favor. Smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss our deep dives into nostalgic movies and forgotten Hollywood stories. Next week, we're uncovering the insane behind-the-scenes secrets of another 90s classic that'll blow your mind. You won't want to miss it. Until then, keep watching movies, keep questioning what you see, and remember, the best stories are always the ones they didn't want you to know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.